In this question, there are two principles. The first principle states that whoever causes an unreasonable interference with someone's use or enjoyment of land, thereby causing damage, is said to have committed the tort of nuisance. The second principle states that a person can bring an action for damage caused to his property by overhanging branches of a tree on his neighbor's land. So second principle clearly says that if there are overhanging branches of a tree from the neighbor's land, then a person can bring an action for damage caused to his property. Now the facts say that Mr. Pandit has a huge tree in his lawn that lies on the boundary of his house and the vacant adjacent land. Later, that adjacent land was sold off to Mr. Abdul and his house was being built there. Now, although the tree was inside Mr. Pandit's boundary, but a couple of its branches are hanging on the adjacent land, which is causing trouble in the construction. Mr. Abdul sues Mr. Pandit for nuisance. Now, from principle 1 and principle 2, it is clear that nuisance is definitely being caused to Mr. Abdul. Therefore, Mr. Pandit would be liable. So, A and C of course cannot be the answer. Now, you have to decide between option B and D. Option B says that Mr. Pandit is liable because the tree is causing unreasonable interference to Mr. Abdul in the enjoyment of his land, though no damage has been caused to him. Option B is saying that there is no damage caused to him, but there is a lot of trouble while he is building his house. In the construction, there is a lot of trouble which is happening. Now, option D says that Mr. Pandit is liable because the tree is causing interference in the uses of Mr. Abdul's land, which is not permissible, and Mr. Abdul can bring an action for damage caused to his property by overhanging branches of a tree. So you can clearly see that option D is clearly stating the reason which is given in the principle. Therefore, the correct answer would be option D.